Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeff. So in this video, we're going to check out my top 21 songs of 2021. Another year has passed. I am going into 2 years of my K-pop journey with you guys. And I'm just so glad that so many of you guys have embraced my videos and are consistently engaging, commenting, viewing, and watching my breakdowns, my reactions. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me. It's been a great year for a lot of groups. So many great songs came out this year. Lots of great comebacks, lots of up and downs for some groups, and it's just been such a journey for all of us this whole year. I got to know a lot more groups through a variety of survival shows, variety shows, and of course through a lot of your suggestions. So I think that this year it's been the most diverse in terms of music for me, from the groups that I listen to, from the sound that I listen to, and it's been great because I'm not stuck to one genre of music. So with that said, of course, I need to put a full disclaimer that this isn't anything technical. This list, this isn't the best of the best. This isn't the best choreo, the best vocal, the best song, best lyrics, all of that. It's purely biased, and it's really just my list of favorite songs that have stuck with me throughout the whole year, that have made me feel things, that made me happy, that made me sad, that connected with me in the overall grand scheme of things. This list is consisting of songs that have been promoted through a music video or like a performance video. Unfortunately, not going to add a lot of B-sides that weren't fully promoted because I need to like filter somehow because there's a lot. Before we get to it, I just want to give a huge thank you to my Patreon subscribers for supporting me on Patreon. So thank you guys so much, and if you guys would love to take part in a lot of my exclusive content, from survival shows to variety shows, link is down below. Enough talk, let's get down to the business. My top 21 of 2021 is... Zero by One equals love song I Know I Love You by TXT. That is like the most complicated title of all time. So I really like this song because I feel like TXT have brought in a new sound into the K-pop world. Of course, this is nothing new to the West. This is a very Western sound in terms of bands, pop rock, that kind of thing. From what I've heard anyway, nobody has really done this kind of sound in K-pop. And then of course, on top of that, add choreography to it. So it was very interesting for me and very creatively interesting for TXT to have done this, because I feel like it really sets them apart now. But I feel like this is like, that it's TXT. And of course, love their dancing and of course their vocals, and I just can't wait to see where they go. My top 20 is a girl group, and it's their first comeback for a very long time. At first, this wasn't really on my list, thanks to my little sister, that I grew to like the song. This is Queendom by Red Velvet. I've really come to appreciate this song. The more I watched their performances, the challenges, my friends who are K-pop stans also love this song, and they would play it in the car when we would go out for dinner. And like that scatting part, after the chorus, is just so good, like, because we don't hear a lot of scatting in K-pop, and that kind of like sealed it for me. Okay, the next one is also a 5-piece. This song is such a great song. It lifts up my spirit, and it's something that I can put on and feel good, feel triumphant to conquering the day. This is Higher by ACE. See what I mean? That drop. That part? You kidding me? It's so good! With the vocals with Chan, Jun, BK is just such a good combination. I love all their vocals. If you guys don't know, ACE's concept is ace. Basically, they're all aces. They can all dance, sing, and rap. Their vocal ability is really what gets me. To me anyway, it's like one of their better music videos, better vocal and music composition. I've been listening to a lot of their stuff, but like this one, I really had to put it on my list. I just love them. Also, have you seen their dancing? The next one, this one actually grew on me as well. I first saw this group when I was watching K-pop Evolution, and I was really curious about them because I saw their process, I saw their journey to pre-debut. It was only like snippets of them. K-pop Evolution is kind of like a documentary about K-pop, and they were kind of like the piece that gave us insight to what trainees kind of go through in that last couple of days before they actually pick who the company is going to debut. I got so curious about what they were going to do. And this isn't their debut song, this is a comeback song. But I think this is definitely one of their most popular. A lot of idols know this song. The minute that like Taeyang danced to this, I was like, yes, I love this song. That choreography, it's so addicting, even though it's so simple. And that's what you want in a choreography. It doesn't always have to be very complex stuff for me, which I've grown to learn about myself. It just needs to be addicting in a way. And that one definitely got so addicting. I think it's been great for them. I think a lot of people like them. Can't wait to see what they come up with next. So my number 17 is a solo song. This was highly anticipated. I wish I reacted to the whole album because the whole album was great for me. A lot of the B-sides were amazing. It was just a solid 10 out of 10 for me. My number 17th favorite song of 2021 is Rose by D.O. When I was listening to a lot of EXO songs, I didn't really expect for him to do this kind of solo album. Well, I mean, he's very versatile, of course, but like the stuff that I've heard from him, a lot of, you know, kind of like belty stuff, like vocal gymnastics and stuff, you know, along with Chen and Baekhyun. But they're so well-rounded that he's able to do this kind of album. Just the guitar and himself. That is something that I really liked prior to K-pop. I listened to a lot of acoustic, you know, anything like very stripped back and minimalistic I really enjoyed. I like a lot of Filipino songs that are like this. So it was great to hear it in K-pop by a very talented vocalist. And this song, it gives me fresh vibes. It gives me like, it puts me in such a good mood. Even though it's acoustic and stripped back, it makes me bouncy, which is great. The other song that I love from the album is Si Fueras Mia. If I was to add, you know, B-sides that weren't promoted at all, that didn't have a music video or a performance video, Si Fueras Mia is definitely more than Rose for me. That one is it's so romantic. I believe I'm a hopeless romantic guy. That's why I like these kind of songs. So yeah, top 17 is Rose by D.O. Permission to Dance by BTS is definitely one of the highlights for me during the summer because it premiered on my birthday, July 8th. You know, they've done a lot of stuff and they've built such a humongous discography that there's a lot for us to enjoy. So Permission to Dance is definitely my favorite one that came out this year for them. Yes, even with Butter, it's just a really happy song. And more than the song too, it's their performance in the music video that really got me, and also their live performances. You know, with Jungkook and Jimin and like everybody else, they're just exuding happiness, which was really nice and contagious. Like this part with Jungkook, ugh, I died. And this turn, and you guys know I love turns. When he moved into that thing, I died. That was enough for me to put it on my list and top everything. It's the turns. Loco by ITZY. I was toggling between Mafia and this, but it's that drop after the bridge. That is, I think, one of the most epic drops I've heard this year. It's such a grand thing, and it was proven when they performed these in the award shows. I was just like, damn, that is a show. That's why ITZY has climbed up my bias list in terms of girl groups. They just know how to put on a show. It's backed up by amazing dancing, charisma, by the music that they produce and put out, and it's just been great to see their journey from like wannabe to now. The way they sing live on award shows is insane. I can't tell you enough how amazing it is for artists to be able to do that, because it is one of the hardest things to do as a performer, singing and dancing at the same time. Mind you, they're like hard choreography as well. But besides that, it's the kind of like the claps and the instrumentation that really just gets me whenever this comes on. It almost also has like a Latin inspired instrumentation, which you guys know I love. For my 14th favorite song of 2021, I don't know how I'm ranking these. We're gonna take a breather and go to another JYP artist. Take a break from the dancing. This is Gone Away by Stray Kids.
돌아서도 결국 다시 생각나는데 무너져 버린 그 시간 속에서 운명이라 믿었던 이 모든 걸 애써 외면해본다 네 곁에서 머물 수 없었던 너와 함께 gone away gone away 이런 날 봐도 넌 다 모를 테니까.
So this is a sub-unit song with Stray Kids with Sungmin, IN, and Han. I was very glad that they came out with a music video for this, because when I did the album reaction, I just went bananas with the song. Like, Stray Kids is an amazing group that can give you everything. They do a lot of, you know, heavy pumping music, but they also do stripped back songs like this one. Their vocal capability, I just keep getting pulled in by them. It's still so early on in their career, and they've already established a sound and as well as expanded on that sound and gave us things that are still very much Stray Kids. And that's a very hard thing to do for artists, to establish a sound, to branch out and still it be connected and sound like the artist. It's not completely flipping. It's not straying away. I believe it's the vocal quality in them that, because their vocal qualities are so unique. For example, like Sungmin's vocal tone, it's so unique. So when you hear it in a Stray Kids style track, it's very prominent. And then when you hear it in a ballad that is completely a different genre, it's still very connected. You hear the nuances within the vocal that makes Stray Kids, you know, for example, Sungmin, what they are. And it's just an emotional song. Like that key change, I died. That is one of the prettiest scenes in a music video that I've ever seen. The flower petals, the softness of the colors, their dancing. It's so cute. It's one of those songs that just like makes you feel like your life is beautiful. Sometimes life can get ugly and you just need some flower petals to fall on you and make you feel better about your day. And this song does that. Mind you, it is their second title track as Seven Dream this year, and it's just been a great comeback overall. They sold a lot of albums, they've become one of the more prominent K-pop groups from Korea, so I've just been amazed about what they accomplished and are looking forward to what they can further accomplish as a group. You know, their sky is the limit. Like this freaking music video. Here we're like a little soft, you know, but like the next one, for my number 12, we're gonna flip it quite a bit in terms of like feeling. Oh my god. Ooh, this is Red Lights by Baekhyun and Hyunjin.
I'm going crazy now 걷잡을 수 없이 난 다시 또 이 밤을 지새운다 제 몸에 when I close my eyes all I see is red lights 알잖아 널 가만히 둘 수 없는 걸 알잖아 널 가만히 둘 수 없는 걸
The fact that none of these guys would own up to who wrote the lyrics, very entertaining. Of course, this is definitely 50 Shades of Grey vibes for me. And you guys see how this is a flip from Hello Future. It is such an amazing song. In all seriousness, the instrumentation that like, you know, like, and the vocal in it, the playfulness in the voice, the vocal performance, as well as like, you know, the dance performance in the music video is insane. It's such a sexy video. I feel like it's like a sexy country song, you know, like that. And I would have never expected for a K-pop group to come out with a song like this and them being so mainstream as well. I'm glad that they came out with a video for this because I was able to add it to my top list. So this next song is, you know, another flip of The Feels. I think I spoiled it. It's The Feels by Twice. Queens! I think this is Twice's best song, for me anyway. And I've heard a lot of their songs, not on my channel, but my little sister stans them. Find out a lot of girl groups through my little sister because she's more knowledgeable in that area for me. Out of all the songs that I've heard from them, I think this is my favorite one. This part. Like what I said on my reaction video, you know, straight to my heart, like that part. It's so good. Like it just lifts up your spirit together with the choreography. And I love that. It's also so catchy, you know, boy, oh boy, oh boy, you know. It's definitely one of my favorite songs from a girl group this year. So now we are moving to my top 10. Oh my god, I can't believe it's the top 10 already. I had a hard time ranking the top 10 because the songs that I just mentioned, you guys, like those are some of my favorite songs. But this top 10 is kind of like what I would click on my Spotify to start my listening party. When you wake up in the morning or when you're about to get ready for work or like for your day, one of these songs would be the ones that I would click on and it would start off the shuffling. These are like my favorite title tracks, like my favorite. Don't think you guys understand. I am crazy about these songs. We're gonna start with a song that a lot of you guys probably don't know. I feel like a certain fandom will know about this song. I didn't really find out about it during its launch until I started to look up the artist. This is an artist from 101. I came to really like this artist through Produce. I was just genuinely impressed by this guy. I'm just gonna let it play. Sneakers by Sungwoon. So I feel like a lot of my favorite songs so far have been very uplifting, happy songs, which is great. This kind of song is one of those songs for me that just makes me happy. That I like listening to it in the first thing in the morning, and this song just has like such a great spirit to it. His performance in it vocally has just been great, and I love his other songs like On and On as well in this album. Hopefully you guys can check out more of his songs. The ninth one, oh my god, this song is so good. I reacted to this group before and I was like, nah, I'm okay. I think I'm gonna move on. But it was more so to do with the song that they first reacted to about them. I gave them another chance and I fucking loved it. This is What I Said by VICTON. Do you guys see the fucking visuals in this? Do you guys see the visuals in this fucking video? Oh my god. That beat, the trumpet, the vocal, the playfulness in the choreography, oh, it's just so good. Apart from that too, apart just from the song itself, you guys know that I went bananas with the choreography. It was so round, it was so cool, it was just so vibey. And Subin, oh my god, that guy is an amazing dancer. He made me look deeper into VICTON. It's definitely a pumpin' song. It makes me feel big in a way. Yes, I can conquer it all kind of thing. It's kind of like a marching towards something. I like those kind of songs. When I have a goal, I want like a thematic song to kind of like accompany me to reaching that goal. This is like one of them. It's like What I Said. I'm gonna get that goal. Apart from What I Said, I also really like Flip a Coin. I think their comeback was just one of the most entertaining and solid comebacks from me this year. Oh my god, top 8. Getting closer. This song, holy shit. It was one of those songs that grew on me because of the choreography. So for me, a lot of songs can either go like, yes, I love this song right away from the very beginning, or it could be a song that like, okay, this is cool, and then I see the choreography and I was like, yes, I love this song. I have a lot of those actually. This is definitely one of the ones that like made me like, holy shit, this song is so good with the choreography. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I went bananas on the dance practice reaction. You gave me purpose. If you guys have seen my dance practice reaction, the choreography to this song is just, it's so effortlessly hot, effortlessly cool, you know? And the nuances that they put into that choreography is just so mind-blowing to me. Besides, you know, seeing choreography that are hardcore, that are synchronized, what also matters is the impact in me. There are a lot of choreographies out there that can be very difficult, but it has no emotional impact to me anyway. Very rare that that happens, but of course, you know, there are those ones. But apart from that, the vocals, the falsettos in the song is just gorgeous. I had a hard time picking a 17 song to put on here because they had such amazing comebacks this whole year, but I said along to this because I think this was one of the most memorable for me. Yeah. So Ready to Love was one of the most memorable songs for me this year, but this next one for my top 7, I believe is one of the most memorable this whole year for anybody, and I feel like in the whole K-pop world, I feel like this is definitely one of the more memorable ones. May it be a good thing or a bad thing. Obviously, it's a very good thing because it's part of my top 21 songs of 2021. This is, I'm just gonna play it. Sticker by NCT 127 definitely tore the fandom. Not in a bad way. About the song anyway. From what I've seen on Twitter, what I've seen on social media, even with my friends, I feel like a lot of people were like very vocal about hating the flute part of this song. For me, I think it's an amazing song. Like I mentioned in the reaction, I love the stripped backness of it because it really just allowed their vocals and their rap to shine through, as well as their choreography to be paid attention to. I didn't mind the flute at all. I did hear a version that didn't have the flute and it was just as gorgeous. But I think more so for me, it's the stripped backness because I think SM, you know, particularly in this scenario, NCT 127, their vocal line and rap line, it's just so good. And I wanted to hear it on a title track. Their vocals shine in the bridges of a title track, you know, like Simon Says, that kind of thing. But like, I wanted it to be prominent from the very beginning to the end. And it was with this song. I know they have a lot of B-sides that show off their voices, but for a title track, I think that this is the most vocally show off that they were. And you can tell when they perform this song live, it just really shows them off, you know? And like many people were saying, you know, only NCT 127 can pull off a song like this. So moving on, my top 6 of this whole year is from a group on Kingdom. And I'm glad they were on that show because I think that a lot more people got to see them shine. I believe that I'm in the minority in this song because it didn't win. If you guys don't know, ATEEZ holds polls for their title tracks. They would put out 2 songs that they feel like would be amazing title tracks for them, and then they let the fans choose. And this one didn't win, but they still put out a music video. This is Eternal Sunshine by ATEEZ.
Can't stop the feeling. 찬란하게 반짝임을 느낀 순간. You know it. Don't stop believing. 영원보다 멀리 기억하고 싶어. We shine like eternal sunshine. Oh so bright. We shine like eternal sunshine.
That drop is so good. Oh my god, I'm addicted to that drop. Whenever it comes on, I never skip it. Sometimes I would actually like repeat it several more times before I move on. It's such a great song, and ATEEZ definitely makes some of the best songs for me in the industry. It's just this one didn't win, but that's okay. They put out a lot of fire songs this year. I don't blame the fans that didn't vote for this one because Deja Vu is also a very good title track for them. Something different. This one, I think it's the drop that really pulls me in, and then of course Jungho's voice in it. I'm just so addicted to that boy's voice. So now we are going into my top 5. Some of the best songs I've heard in K-pop. It's been an amazing year because of them for me. A lot of them were released earlier on this year, and they had to fight through tooth and nail to stay on this list. And they're so good that they stayed on this list and still maintain the top 5 position. This group, for my top 5, is just, I've always been very vocal about how much I appreciate them and how much I'm in awe of their talent. For a 4th gen, it is amazing what they've accomplished, what they've been putting out, what they can do. They have climbed up to my bias list so freaking fast. This is Drunk Dazed by ENHYPEN.
I just wanna stay. 느껴져 내 머린 days, days, days. 중독에 빠져 we play, play, play. wanna 난 갈 때까지 가봐. 나를 가득하니 봐.
These guys, they're such amazing dancers. And the songs that they have been putting out have complemented that talent. If you guys have been following my channel, I have been talking about marriage, not for me. When you're a great dancer, you need to be matched up with great choreography for your skills to fully shine and for you to be able to freaking kill it ENHYPEN just keeps doing that. There are many groups that I'm like so in awe of their dancing, but then like they come up with title tracks and I'm like, oh my god, like I wish that they did this, I wish I did that. It's not always a bad thing because I have such a distinct preference. I just love what ENHYPEN does. It's such a tough song to sing and perform, and then they matched it with like choreography that is just like freaking hard to do. It's just a great display of talent. HYBE and their team just freaking kills it with putting out the type of content that shows them off. So number 4, I guess I've had guesses. I had a hard time as well ranking my top 4. It's just been such a tough kind of like back and forth with them because there's just all great songs. They can all be my top 1, to be honest with you, and I wouldn't be mad. So for number 4, I'm just gonna play it, and I think you guys will understand.
너 때문에 온몸이 타올라 너 때문에 심장이 목말라 Like a fever, 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 fever 널 안고 싶어, 널 안고 싶어 밀어내도 내 안에 타올라 새가 돼도 불꽃이 피어나 Like a fever, fever, fever 널 알고 싶어, 널 알고 싶어
Hey song, oh my god. Whew. This is one of those songs that you just love right off the bat. Then you love it even more when you see that fucking choreography to it. It's so good. It's like definitely one of the best choreographies this whole year. And it went viral, right? I only wish that I knew more about them when these came out, Drunk Days and Fever. By this point, when I reacted to them, I didn't watch Island yet. I didn't really know anything about them. I was just kind of just reacting to them because they were highly suggested. But I feel like watching it back, I have more of an appreciation for these guys and I can see more details. I can be like, oh my god, the dancing in it was just crazy, the vocal aspect, the nuances in the song, even though it's one of those songs that don't have to go like freaking in your face, it had a lot of impact and that's why it went viral. I think this was the point where I really had to pay attention, not because it was sexy, but because of the choreography in the song, but more so because of the choreography. There's something about these guys, and it's 2 in a row. It was like Drunk Days and Fever, and I'm like, these guys are not playing. These guys are here to establish grounds, to establish what they came to do, and they're here to stay. They're here to kill it. They're not just here to make music and to have fun, they're here to be legends. I can already feel that in my bones, and I'm glad I'm in this journey with them and that I am privileged enough to be able to witness their talent and what they can come up with at this age. You know, they're very young, so I can't wait to see them. Oh my god, my top 3! Woo-hoo-hoo. I can still remember my top 3 last year. I had such an amazing time with them. My top 3 is very unconventional. The melody is so good. It's so addicting. I wish this song was bigger. This is Cinema by CIX. That chorus, it's so pretty. It just climbs and climbs and climbs and soars and makes me feel things. It makes me so happy. It makes me dance, groove, and the vocals in it is so breathy and so innocent, yet ethereal and yet mature at the same time. They're such visuals too. Like, these guys are so tall with small faces and great talent. You know, if you guys don't remember what they've done, you know, they did Movie Star as a debut song. Like, that song is lit. I wish I was there for their debut. I would have really been like clapping them up. I was toggling about putting it to my top 1. Like, seriously, it just made me so happy. It really did. My top 2, holy fuck, it's my top 2 songs. Oh shit. If you guys are playing the guessing game, guess now. 1, it's a solo song. It's a soloist. What's your guess? It's from SM. What's your guess? When this song came out, I was like, holy shit, this exists in K-pop? I was just blown away when I listened to the song. The vocal in it, it's freaking insane. And I heard that, you know, this soloist worked on their vocals so that they can deliver the song, and it was so worth it. It's definitely one of the highlights of my 2021, and it's quite timeless. Whenever I have a friend who are you know, kind of curious about K-pop and I see that, you know, they're more into vocals, I give them this song. This is Bambi by Baekhyun.
마음은 다 못해 눈부심에 get me closer There's no way out Story는 이제 시작해 My never lie Bambi Bambi 하나의 빛을 물든 밤이 넌 나의 담비 Bambi 1분 1초조차도 아까운 든든만의 밤 Bambi 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 You're so precious I can't take it You are dreaming Bambi Bambi yeah
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear the vocal prowess in that? Fucking he's so good. Those runs and those vocal gymnastics that they did are one of the hardest things to do vocally in the performing world. The vocal placement, the vibrato, the high notes, the complexity in the melody, the bounce in the Bambi part, you know, like the bounce in that B part. I feel like I need to reiterate that in Filipino because so many of you guys don't know, surprisingly. And for those that don't know, Filipinos are very into like big notes and like belters, you know? That's kind of like one of the things that we're most proud of musically, I feel like. One of them anyway. So we're accustomed to hearing high notes and belts, and our ears have been trained for a long time to know what's good and what isn't. Baekhyun is definitely one of those people who can do those amazing notes, high and low, still nuanced, with soul, with charisma. It's just everything is there vocally, and he's just a master at it. I was so glad that he put out this song that really shows off his vocal prowess. Because, you know, Candy was fun, but this one, it was like, yes, look what I can do. And I'm like, yes, this is what you can do. Mind you, his song All I Got is also one of my most favorite, and it just didn't make this list because it's a B-side that wasn't really promoted, but it would have definitely made it here as well. My top one. Holy fuck. With Bambi, you know, it came out in March and it had to endure a lot of great songs this whole year. But it's so good that it just stuck around. So with that said, my number one, my top one didn't have to endure a lot. It came out and stole my whole list. For the longest time, I was actually like toggling between Cinema and Bambi. You know, two quite different songs, but I both love. They both had such a great effect on me, and I was so sure that it was going to be between them two, my top one. But this song came out recently and I just fell in love and I related. I became happy, I cried. It's just a song that has so much meaning to me in an unexplainable way. Explainable? Inexplainable. Vocal performance in it, what the group has gone through this year. When they released this, it was just a perfect way for them to end the year with. This is Beautiful by NCT. I think it's very rare for me to connect with a song so hard to the point where it becomes almost like a life anthem for me. I just came to realize that right now. That I feel like if I had a theme song for my life, it would be this. And I'm so glad to have found it in a group that I love, you know, one of my alt groups. A lot of you guys may have not watched my reaction videos to NCT, but the reason why this song resonates with me so much is because I was a theater kid. That was me. And this song is, you know, the way they stage the song, the way it feels like a finale of a musical, of a story. And that's kind of like the whole thing of my channel, Performer Reacts. I know my channel is more known for dance analysis, but I never wanted to put dancer reacts because I'm not just a dancer. Being in theater made me fall in love with music, with performing, with acting, with dance. It was just an overall thing, and that's why I named my channel Performer Reacts, because that's what I did. I'm now focused in acting, and I'm not really focused on dancing, although I do plan to go in it more this upcoming year. It's been a whole journey for me in terms of my training when I was little, you know, joining dance groups, dance performances, going into high school, doing more musicals, being part of choir, vocal jazz, going into university where I did advanced dance and got hired to dance, got hired to be part of performances, and then going into my adulthood where I was hired to be an actor, to work with Kristen Stewart, to work for a Netflix show, Lucifer. My whole life, my training and my performances was reflected in this one song because it's about being enough. And in this industry, in my life, it was always a struggle to remember that I am enough, because us performers, may you be a dancer, an actor, a singer, you are judged. You are judged by your peers. That's how you get a job. You audition, and if or when you make it, you are judged by the crowd. And this song is a great reminder of that. So yeah, that is my top 21 songs of 2021. There's a lot of songs and groups that are not part of this. There were a lot of things that were released that I loved and I just couldn't put into this list. It's no offense to those artists or to those fandoms. These are just the things that have had more of an emotional impact on me throughout the whole year. Well, I'm gonna do a bonus and plaster here my top B-sides this year. Unfortunately, these songs right here, I couldn't add onto this list because some of them didn't have a music video. So these B-sides are like top notch. So thank you guys so much for watching with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and let me know about your list. I would love to see if we have any similarities in our lists, and let me know why your top one is your top one. Happy New Year to you guys. I hope that all of us will have an amazing 2022. I hope next year will be kinder to us, and I wish everybody a safe and healthy year. All right, see you on my next video.